modern infrastructure and integrated economic zones that create new opportunities for both domestic and foreign investors. One of the state's development goals is redistributing population growth through the development of new cities and communities, helping accommodate population growth and reduce congestion in existing urban centers.
And as we watch that report, and we are going to be speaking a lot more about that with Dr. Ali Islam, the former head of the Atomic Energy Authority. Good morning to you, Dr. Ali, once more.
Good morning.
Well, let's start with understanding how the infrastructure helped to make Egypt an economic hub, especially that the infrastructure has witnessed a huge development over the past decade or so. Tell us more about how that has changed and boosted Egypt's status as an economic hub.
It's a very huge question, I would say, because infrastructure is everything. Infrastructure, to develop a country, you have to develop the infrastructure with the widest definition. Infrastructure in terms of construction, building, roads, ensuring safe transport, and projects like to have an industry and energy. So it is very wide spectrum, and let us say what we see now, for example, is that a huge number of kilometers which has been built in ring roads and connection between the production,
between multiple cities.
Production and the normal citizen, with the objective that the normal citizen will feel better. Of course, some projects like Tahya Masr, decent life initiative is an example of how this infrastructure was handled. It was handled from every aspect, not only for constructing and electricity and to have clean water for drinking and for sewage. Many of the people there hasn't direct sewage treatment plants, which is a part. So it is handled in different
many sectors. So according to you, Dr. Ali, the infrastructure isn't just basically the roadmap or the network of roads. It's more than that, and it's how the normal citizen can feel it through good infrastructure that even provides clean water for rural areas.
And the total economy. When you have these parts together, you will have a better economy and better people that feels better.
Right. So let's narrow it down a little. You started with saying it's quite a huge topic, and it is a huge topic. So let's narrow it down with understanding, or putting the spotlight on some of the main sectors, main three sectors that are considered a top priority for the infrastructure development, and which also aligns with the agenda of 2030.
Yes, the agenda of 2030 is having diversification of resources. And diversification means that the resources, especially, for example, in sector of securing energy, is very important to diversify the resources of energy, and keeping in mind that the energy should be sustainable and clean. That means that it has no carbon dioxide emissions or very little, and this will be reflected on the health and and welfare of the and also for the economy. That when you have better quality of air, you will have less
better
people,
health.
better health, and reflected on the economy to have work more, and so it is.
It's an entire chain.
It's an entire chain, and the priorities of investment also is important. That there are some examples of for example, the economic free zone of Suez Canal.
Right.
It handles many projects, and transportation from Ain al-Sukhna till Ras al-Hikma, and Marsa Matruh. So it is connecting the ports to have another way to have cargo and passengers trains, which is not affected by any crisis coming from abroad.
Yes.
In this.
Speaking of which, Dr. Ali, as the former head of the Atomic Energy Authority, I'm sure you have been keeping up very well with the war in the region and how energy has become quite a sensitive topic. It's not just in Egypt, it's everywhere. How energy now has become a problem since a lot of the oil, the problem of the Strait of Hormuz, and how that reflected on the entire globe, actually. So you have said that there are some challenges when it comes to energy, and we need to have sustainability as well. How is Egypt working on that part in having clean energy? Because the leadership has been working extensively towards having green energy, as well as sustaining it, and the challenges. How did they make it work? Like, tell us more about that.
Yes. A challenge that we will have a secure and sustainable source of energy, which is not affected by, as you said, crisis coming from abroad and the conflicts starting from Russia-Ukraine conflict and then from the last Middle East crisis, which we don't know, we are not sure of what is in the near future. What is happening? So it is. We will say that, for example, the commitment of Egypt is to generate green energy that is not emitting more greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide and methane.
Okay.
And the nuclear is a very example of a very good source, reliable source, which works day and night. And when you look at the energy sector, you have to have a good energy mix. Let's say how much will be from nuclear, how much will be from other clean energy sources like...
Dr. Ali, you're going to have to explain energy mix to our viewers.
Energy mix is that what I'm saying from the contribution of every clean source to the total energy demand of electricity or demand of energy in broader sense.
Okay.
That you need. Why do you need energy? You need energy for cars, for industry, for electricity in houses, and for industry, and for lighting the roads, and for many services.
Almost everything.
Almost everything.
Almost everything, yes.
Without electricity, there is no development.
Yes.
Okay, so then you will have the energy sources are mainly burning fossil fuels like natural gas and mazut. This is a very polluting.
Okay.
Of course, polluting when you burn mazut is more than to burn natural gas. So
and we are trying to go to clean, less
energy,
pollution.
Like then this and nuclear, and then renewable energy, which is getting benefit of the sun and
solar power
and wind power. The contribution of each source of this and comparing what's the benefits and drawbacks of every source. When you compare, for example, nuclear with other sources, nuclear is sustainable and safe and clean. So when you compare it to burning of natural gas, you will have benefit from nuclear energy.
Yes.
And the timing. Nuclear energy works day and night. It has no limits, like only what you say, energy efficiency or capacity factor of the energy source.
But forgive me, Dr. Ali, when people, the regular citizen or normal person, when they hear nuclear, they just automatically think it's unsafe.
Yes.
It's a disaster of some sort. People usually just like connect nuclear with something like a disaster.
Yes.
So you said it's safe, it's sustainable, it's really good, it works, it has the capacity and efficiency. How does that actually work? How can we tell people that nuclear is actually a good thing, and it's the way that we use it that makes it good?
It is unfortunately the experience of the normal people with nuclear in general was very bad, because the first application was very bad.
Okay.
The first application was exploding nuclear bombs in the Second War.
Yes.
So it is the second. This is the first impression. But when you see that the nuclear in general is a very wide branch, and the peaceful applications of the nuclear energy is fast exceeding its very bad reputation. It is how the people will handle the subject. If you are going to build a nuclear weapon, that's a bad application.
Yes.
And every effort in the international community was devoted to deprive the countries from
harmful uses of nuclear.
Harmful uses, and to deprive the countries from the access to nuclear weapons.
Yes.
And this is safeguarding under the International Atomic Energy Agency.
Yes.
So it is this is a safeguard section, and then the useful uses of it. If you use it for electricity and for other useful applications like generating radioactive material used for diagnosis and the medication for cancer, for example.
Yes.
It is clear that you are using this application for the benefit of people. It is how to use it for which benefit.
Okay, so Dr. Ali, we now have a very important mega project in Egypt. It's the Daba plant, and this project is very promising.
Yes.
How are we going to be seeing it achieve the sustainable goals, economic goals in different sectors in Egypt, and how is it going to take Egypt towards a better future when it comes to energy?
Yes. When the Daba is expected to be finished by 2030.
Right with the agenda.
Yes.
Right with the agenda.
Right with the agenda. And you can see it that when the Daba will be finished, it will have transform the equivalent amount of emissions of carbon dioxide and methane from burning of natural gas, for example.
Yes.
This will contribute about 10% of the energy for electricity in Egypt by 2030. But if you consider that it is green, it is actually contributing 1/4.
1/4?
Yes, 1/4 of the green energy will be coming from nuclear.
Can you please explain more?
Because nuclear, when you have 10% removed from the energy generated by burning fossil fuel, that means that you can calculate the effect of the green source. It will have it will reduce about 1/4 of the emissions.
Oh, wow.
If you consider it green, you consider it green because it is not. It is depriving the pollutants from reaching to the people, and this will have the effect of 1/4 of the clean energy. Clean energy, it will have more impact to look at the energy source from an environmental point of view.
Okay.
It is, and for example, if you deprive 10% of greenhouse emissions, carbon dioxide and methane, you will direct, for example, less natural gas to be burned, and these emissions will be reduced, and this should have the net effect of more than 1/10 of this. So if you have the environmental effect under your consideration, you will see that you will have more contribution in the health and
the chain that we talked about earlier,
yes,
that reflects back on the regular citizen.
Yes, it's reflected on the regular citizen of having cheaper energy source, because when you consider for the energy source, it should be competitive, not only just to generate electricity with any price. It has to be competitive with other energy sources. So the most competitive energy source now is nuclear, and nuclear is very when you choose a nuclear vendor.
The
vendor of the nuclear
yes,
vendor, or the people who build. You have to build it with the help of other contractors, and we decided to choose Russia as a partner because they have the whole, the whole fuel cycle in their hand.
Okay.
And perhaps 60% of the new construction is coming from Russia. And the most important thing is that they are ready to transfer the technology and to localize it in Egypt. The most important thing that is when you look at human development, that the people are getting skills from working with these
with the Russian experts.
With the Russian experts, and for the operation of it, it will have these people are an asset for Egyptian economy.
Of course.
These highly skilled people is very requested by international community to participate in building similar
and share their expertise.
Sharing the expertise with Africa and Europe, and so it is an important
step towards Egypt and Russia have always had incredible bilateral ties, and they are moving towards making it even stronger all the time.
Yes.
Dr. Ali, to wrap up our segment, we have a couple of minutes left, so tell us about how the future is going to look like from this point on, maybe the next 5 years when it comes to energy and of course the economic development of Egypt. Shortly.
Shortly, it is an ambitious plan, and I am optimistic, very optimistic, that when you when you have a general look for the economy of Egypt and the welfare of the Egyptian citizen. You can look in short term. In short term, you may suffer a little, but when you have a compromise that in the future, in the middle and long term, you will have a better life of Egyptian and better economy and less dependence on debts coming from outside. Depends on your local expertise, and we are lucky to have our leadership and political the president
wisdom
is very pushing of trusting these people, and actually that people also or scientists working abroad and helping the Egyptian economy in direct investment, and when you have direct investment, you will raise the economy of the whole country, but you have localization of investment, that you invest from Egyptian investors and investors coming from outside, with very incentives to these people to invest more in the economy and to have a good future, to have welfare of the Egyptian citizen and safe and reliable sources of energy, and to export the excess energy, and to get use of certain opportunities for investment like petrochemicals and special green hydrogen as fueling. And I see this future is coming, because Egypt is privileged by its site in the
location.
middle of location, from in the middle of connection with Europe, connection with Africa, connection with other Arab countries, and cooperating with all these partners will be for the benefit as a hub of energy and a hub for export and so many things.
Dr. Ali Islam, the former head of the Atomic Energy Authority, it was an honor having you with me here in the studio with us on Nile TV International, and you gave us very important insights on the future of the Egyptian infrastructure and of course the economic boom that we're expecting, and we're hoping to see energy, and hoping that people would understand and be more aware of how the uses of nuclear, the peaceful uses, are actually very good for the regular citizen. It's an entire chain. It starts big but then narrows down to the regular citizen. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being with us. And that pretty much wraps up the first segment. Stay tuned for the upcoming segments, and we're going to be taking a look on the press insights with one of my colleagues. Stay tuned.